welcome to We Talk, where we talk about any and everything as a family.
As a family. I'm Stavohn.
I'm Jaevohn.
And I'm Mom.
Make sure to like, comment down below, and subscribe. Also, if you're feeling frisky, turn on that notification bell. Now, on to the video.
Oh, I don't know how many subscribers we got.
I think that was generous.
Wow, that was a cackle and a half.
I do think that was generous.
So what
What was generous?
20, how many did we have?
19. So how generous was it?
Yeah, we've been chilling at 19.
That's okay. I ain't mad.
Like-
Like I said in the intro, make sure to subscribe.
So, do we, have you been reading comments? Have there been comments?
There's been no comments.
This
Well,
is-
I've been commenting.
Turn the camera off.
Why?
Because we just talking.
That's what we
do you
do.
know what this is?
This is business.
Does it matter?
Guys, please leave us some comments because we like to interact with you guys and hear your opinions.
Some
And otherwise,
of us do.
we just,
JV, have you ever interacted on the comments?
yeah, I have actually.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I know. Because why would you know? I mean, right? Am I right?
No, so what do you want to talk about? What are we here for?
Today,
Speak.
we're talking about Jaevohn. No, I'm joking. Today, we're going to be talking about the American education system.
Yo, this is gonna be interesting. Because I talk about the education system a lot. I work with a dude who's going to school to be a teacher, and so he and I talk about the education system a lot. So
We're specifically talking about the American one because that's where we live. So I'm sorry if that doesn't apply to you, but hopefully you can.
Why do you gotta be so like? Who cares? Yo, if you don't live in America, you're the worst. You're actually trash.
No, stop.
No, stop.
We don't have to be so friendly to foreigners.
You sounding a little MAGA. I'm gonna have to. You get a little MAGA.
Look, if they're here and if they're in our schools, we're cool. But if they're like elsewhere, it's whatever, man.
Okay, what were you
You know,
saying before
A
Stavohn?
little nationalist, a little
Offended.
xenophobic. I'm gonna need it.
I'm not xenophobic. I just am afraid of all other countries except for our country.
You need to stay here. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah,
We're gonna
they
find
ain't gonna let you come. You gonna be at the airport. They're gonna pull this video up.
As if anybody's watching this.
People are watching.
That's not an insult to not only yourself but us too.
I'm not an insult to myself.
Go ahead, please. What you
Okay. Anyway, the American education system. Like,
got? What about it?
I don't know.
The end.
Like, what's wrong with it?
I think
What it does well.
I think that the education system focuses on making drones. I feel like it's outdated. Like it's we're still stuck in this like we have a system that was really like efficient when, you know, you get through school and then you go and work in a factory or, you know, whatever. But now in the age where people are like out here starting their own businesses and they're out here like working in tech and they're out here like jobs now are so different than they were, you know, back in the 40s and 50s. Like just the concept of like working from home and making a good living working from home, like, you know, could you do that in the 50s?
I think
Like-
that, you know, in general, I agree with what you're saying, but I mean, I feel like there are some schools that are not a cookie cutter school.
Oh, I mean, yeah, there
I
are.
feel like JV school, I don't feel like that's a cookie cutter school by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I feel like the opportunities that they give their children to advance in the world as we live in now is great. I mean, but I do agree that, you know, not probably like 90%, if not 95% of the other schools, I mean, are like that.
I mean, yeah, I will say that that the school that I go to now are just like not as like cookie cutter, I guess, to like use your words. But also school kind of like, I don't know, I feel like the system is outdated as well. And I feel like the system kind of, in most cases, brings a disadvantage to like poor people.
Yeah,
Like
I
that.
was just gonna talk about
The education system is definitely a system where like poor people are most like disadvantaged, and like, yeah.
See, it's not just the education system when it comes to like these low income areas. It's also like of course the schools are bad in these like low income neighborhoods, right? But the priority that the people in that area place on education is really low. Like they don't think very highly of going to school and going to college, and like that's not that important to them because it seems like a pipe dream, right? Like it seems like, you know, like oh, how am I gonna pay for college? Like
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And some people like can't, I don't know, some people can't be in school for like 8 hours every day because they have to work a job to like support their family.
they gotta go out and sell them drugs, bro.
I'm not gonna say all that,
hacks, bro.
but I feel like what you said, it's like a pipe dream because it's so expensive. College is so expensive. It's like, even if it's to the point where if you are not wealthy, it's a pipe dream sorta, because like going to college, you can go to college, but you're gonna have loans, and those loans about to follow you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like I know like full grown adults, like 30s, 40s, still paying off their college debt, and you know, the point of going to college is to get a degree in which like you can use to get a job so that you can pay off those debts. But the debt is so high.
I mean, and then also getting a degree is no guarantee that you're
Right.
gonna get the job.
Yeah, that too. So it's kind of just like a toss up in the air. And also, there's just so much pressure in our society for like people to go to college that like I feel like college doesn't work for everyone.
No, it does not.
College isn't the solution for everyone, and I feel like in a lot of parts of our education system, it's like, well, if you're not going to college, you'll be a failure, essentially. And so I feel like people need to know that like you can still be successful and you can still make money not going to college. College doesn't fit.
But you can't be a dummy.
I think I don't know. I think that there's a lot of people out there who make money and have not gone to college.
Yeah.
See, but there's such an old school mentality, and this really like annoys me because all the old people that I talk to, are you in school? No. Why not? Like because
Yeah,
what I
I
want to do
feel
has
like-
Because
no need
school doesn't
for me
cost
to-
46 cents anymore like it did when you were around.
Wow,
So,
like-
46 cents.
Literally, if I want to go to school, I'll be paying like the $40,000, which I have never seen that amount of money in my life. To like, has like $40,000 just to put into one place.
No. I mean, but it's over the course of like your entire life until you die. I was talking to this older African dude that I work with, and his name is Oye, but Oye. So he was talking to me about college, and he's like, what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do with your life? And I'm like, oh, like I wanna write, like I wanna be a writer. And he's like, you need school for that. And I'm like, not really. He's like, yeah, you do. He's like, for the for grammar and punctuation. I'm like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I've already graduated from high school, so hopefully I've obtained some type of grammar and punctuation.
I'm just gonna like have an editor, like for whatever like grammar mistakes I make, which computers fix most of that. Whatever mistakes I make, you just send your work to an editor, and then they'll take care of it. Like so that I'm like, bro, you don't know what's up. But he was trying to convince me that I needed to go to school to do what I wanted to do. I'm like, all right, whatever. And dad's like that too. That's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's just like super school minded for no reason.
Like I don't think that you have to go to college to be successful.
See, I was also talking about this earlier about how it's weird how in our society pretty much everyone's sense of self-worth is tied to their career, right? So if like you don't have a job, you're a loser. If you work at McDonald's, you're a loser. Like,
oh my gosh, wait, I hate that whole like, oh, well, you'll be working at McDonald's for the rest of your life. Like, okay, you'll be going to McDonald's for the rest of your life. Like, what are you talking about?
McDonald's is a trash job. Let's just go ahead and get that out there. McDonald's is trash.
But the people there aren't trash for working there.
Some of the people were trash.
But not solely because they work at McDonald's.
Yeah, they were still trash.
They would be trash people working in a corporation.
That's true. There's trash people working in a corporation.
They wouldn't get a job at a corporation.
Your job doesn't define you.
No, it doesn't.
Unless you're like some guy.
But no, like it's weird that like in our society, in order to be considered like successful and to have a fulfilling life, you have to have like a well-paying career and like you gotta go to school so you make money later and like is it really about money? Like do you not care if I'm happy? Like do you like is that not a factor?
What's happiness?
Like if I work part-time at McDonald's and then like I was somehow scraping together enough money to survive. Like I'm just eating leftover Big Macs and then like I got like the cheapest apartment I can find.
Oh my gosh, you could be a van lifer.
In my spare time, like I'm like painting, right? And I'm living like my dream of just like of painting and creating the works that I want to create and being fulfilled that way. And I'm just so happy to be able to do what I want to do every day. I have so much time to do it because I only work part-time and I'm just so happy. Like, does that make me a loser? Like,
I feel like this as a parent. My thing is,
you don't want to be living in a van?
Van life does not equal bad life. But continue.
Thank you.
There's no showers.
We
have a gym membership.
You're right.
My whole thought process is I know that college is not for everyone. I don't feel like your job defines you as a person. I want you guys to be happy and healthy. I mean, that's the main things. If it makes you happy and you can live a healthy lifestyle, working at McDonald's, then knock yourself out. You be the best McDonald's worker that you can be, and make sure you bring your mama home some Big Mac with extra sauce on the side.
You need a fillet of fish.
Sad. Bless you.
Oh my
I
gosh.
need a fillet of fish.
Yeah, fillet of fish.
Fillet.
So, I mean, that's just the way I feel. I've never been the type of person that judges a person on the amount of money they make, the type of job.
What if they were a porn star? What if JV brought home like?
You'd be the safest, best porn star.
Bro, I'd be making money. So
No, not you being a porn star. I was saying, like, what if you brought home somebody? You're like, yeah.
I mean,
like,
I can't dictate
person's a porn star.
I can't dictate who you guys are going to be with. That would
How
be
would you feel about that?
But you know what? That
Or
would be
prostitute.
a very.
Or like a baby torturer, like that.
what is your issue? Dang.
Like somebody who gets paid to torture babies.
Is that even a job? I mean, I need nothing about that.
If you pay for it, it's a job.
But you know, as far as the people that you choose to be with, as long as you're happy and they're not disrespectful to either you or myself, then I don't have a problem with it. And if I don't like the person that you're with, I've kind of learned that saying something, that's not going to help the situation. You're going to have to figure it out yourself, because all that's going to do is cause discourse between my child and myself. So, yeah, that's where I'm at in the world.
Porn stars make a lot of money.
I don't think so, but
You don't think so? What?
I don't think porn stars make a lot of money.
Oh,
But
depending on
I do.
It's like any job, depends on the level of porn star that you are.
Yeah, and it depends on like
That's where that cucumber thing comes in
how
handy.
attractive you are and stuff. That was their resume.
Right.
They were like, hey.
I mean, I don't know. That's a sad industry, but let's just skip over that because that's a different thing that we could probably talk about when I'm done saying what I wanted to say. I understand that having your sense of self-worth tied to like your career and what you're doing in life in order to make a living or whatever, like that's an unhealthy mindset. But I think I do that, and I think that that's okay so long as I use it well.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell us more.
In the sense that like I'm not like super happy with my job right now, right? Like it's whatever. Like it pays the bills, but I feel some type of way because I'm not doing what I want to do as a career. And so because I feel that way, I'm using that feeling to fuel like all the work that I'm putting in to try to get to that path that I want to get.
What is it that you want to do as a career?
Be a writer.
I actually don't know. I mean, that I want to make money from the things that I like doing, and I like doing a lot of things.
See me too. I'd be liking to do a lot of things
Yeah, I'm
too.
sorry. That's an unfortunate characteristic that y'all get from your mama.
See, but I do so many things.
When am I gonna?
Like I can't focus on one, so I don't ever like get really good at one thing because I just bounce from thing to thing.
This is her fault.
So I get like a little bit better at each different thing when I hop to it. Like I'm leveling up slowly in all these different things.
And then sometimes you come back to one thing, and then you're like, no, this time's for real. Like, baby, I'm committed. And
that's the phase that I'm in right now with another little.
And then you guys test it out, you test the waters. Like for a month, you're like, yeah, I'm super interested in you. And then the next month, you're like, hey.
See, no,
Y'all making me wonder how y'all gonna be in relationships.
Oh no, I'm loyal to the T.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
It ain't about loyalty, but it wasn't about loyalty, but it was about, jumping from thing to thing. Are you gonna get bored?
No, I know.
How do you know?
Because I'm just not that type of person.
I don't know. Maybe I'm that type of person.
See?
I don't get bored. It's just I'm like.
You gotta find some way to keep me interested. Good. She's got to know her way around a cucumber is all I'm saying.
She gotta have wigs.
You gotta have wigs. We
Come home to somebody different every night. Hey.
What's your name? So let's talk about the porn industry.
No,
How sad that is.
wait, hold on, stop. I want to go back to education for a minute.
Okay.
Because there's another thing I want to talk about in the education system, which is like, I mean, it leads to that, I guess, which is sex education.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I don't feel like sex education is good in America.
People are
schools.
stupid
People are really stupid.
in the sense that, I don't know how you mean it, but
Unless you are about to.
in the sense that it's like, people, and it seems to be more of a conservative mindset of where it's like, we don't want our kids having sex, so we'll just never tell them anything about sex.
That is so dumb.
That doesn't make sense.
And then the kids have sex and they end up with a pregnancy and they're like, well, if you didn't want a child, you shouldn't have had sex. Well, they didn't know.
Okay, but let me ask you
Well,
this.
what's a
So,
condom? Like, how do I use
but
it?
Yeah.
hold up. Let me ask you this. So I'm a pretty open person to talk to in regards to anything.
Mhm.
But I know for true for you, you don't want to talk to me about that. You're not comfortable with that.
Because I had a good sex education from my school.
I had such a good sex education that I'm now discomforted by
Your
talking to
sex
you
ed.
about
Right.
sex.
I mean, like, with my. What are we supposed to talk about?
See, there you go. You look very uncomfortable. even
I'm not
talking about
uncomfortable.
you.
It's just like it's like the giggle, you know, like.
So how do you feel about talking to your mother about sex?
I don't know. Like, I don't care.
You don't care about anything, dude.
I don't know. I mean, like, what?
Are you uncomfortable with talking to your mother about sex?
But this isn't about
I mean,
you.
I guess it.
No. It's about education, sexual
From the
education.
school.
Okay, well, you know what? It shouldn't start at the school. Sexual education should start at home. And you should be smart enough to know that. It's not the
Yeah.
school's responsibility.
I never got like the talk with you or Dad, but it's like I never needed the talk because like I always
I had friends.
no I mean I had an older brother who just like told me stuff when I was probably way too young for it,
No.
but so it's like I like kind of understood how everything worked when I was like before I even went into sex ed. And then I did have sex ed when I was like 10. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well. And then there's this one time. So it is like almost an embarrassing story. Like, if I could be embarrassed, this would be embarrassing. So there's this one time I was like 11. I went to the library. This is back when I was like, I would just always walk to the library, even though it was far. I don't even know why. I wasn't even that into reading at the time. So, I found this book on, like, sex ed, right? And it had, like, drawings of naked people in it. And I'm like, I'm getting this. So, I got that book and then, like, 2 other books as a front. So, I made a book sandwich with the sex book like in the middle.
It was the meat.
It was the meat.
Ew.
And so like I checked all those out, and then I go home. Didn't read either of the like 2 bread books. To get out of here, bread. So like I read the sex book, and then when it was time to take the books back, I took the bread books back, and I kept the sex book because like I was like. I don't know, like I just wanted to keep it, but I was also embarrassed to like
Take it back.
take it back. I don't know why, because you could just throw it in the Dropbox.
Yeah.
I was 11 and stupid. And so I ended up keeping it. And then, this was when I was like 18, right? You and I actually went to a library and you were trying to give me a library card or something. I don't know. Like I was trying to get a library card, and then the chick was like, "Whoa, there's an overdue book here. It's like way overdue. You owe like $500." Do you remember this?
I remember parts of
I
it.
don't remember.
She's like, "You owe like $500, but I'll just go ahead and like waive this." It was a late fee, because the book was like 7 years late.
Wow.
But she's like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and like get rid of that. And she didn't say what the book was, and I'm like, you the homie.
You know what's funny?
What's up?
I had a dream last night about overdue books.
Really?
I haven't even been to a library in years. And I had a dream about
There's a
overdue
premonition
books.
of me telling this story.
Perhaps. That's crazy.
But I just feel like most like people in schools get like a banana and that's it. That's all they do. They do the banana and then they put the condom on it and they're like, that's
I don't even know if
it.
they did the banana.
No.
My sex ed.
No.
To be honest with you, like they might have just like talked us through it and then I don't know, like told us like the biology of it all, right?
I'm feeling like
The egg comes from the fallopian tube and it goes down and like
But people aren't learning about like the important things like relationships and like contraceptives and
pulling out.
But what? No, I'm just saying. Once again, that comes from home. Don't be getting, dude. Don't get punched on camera. I was actually participating in the conversation. That comes from home. That doesn't come from the school. It's not the school's responsibility to teach you about relationships.
but it should be because
Why? What do you have parents for? It is your parent. They gave birth to you.
okay, but not everyone has that. Not everyone has parents. First off, not everyone has that to say like, oh,
Shout out to
rely
all the
on your
orphans.
parents to teach
Right.
you that. It's like, okay, but what if I can't? There needs to be some
But
type of sex education.
Why
in
are
the
you
school.
so uncomfortable about it? Because you have a parent that you could talk to.
Because that's
comfortably about things.
It's not about me being uncomfortable. It's just I'm an uncomfortable person about a lot of things.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, we know, yeah.
So there needs to be some kind of sex education in school because relying on it coming from home isn't reliable.
See, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's weird when parents don't talk about sex. I think that's maybe the case in a lot of like Christian households.
No.
Like more strict Christian households, I guess.
It's like people see abstinence as like the only way, the only option.
Best way to make sure you don't get a baby,
Or disease.
unless
Okay, but
you're
that's
the Virgin Mary.
that's just
She was abstaining. She got knocked up. How do they forget that story? That's like their favorite story to tell about like oh, like this woman, she never had sex, but she just gets pregnant with a baby, and then they're like, oh, you just don't have sex and you won't have a baby. Like, well, how am I? Like, obviously, I
There's a
think that there's
disconnect
a chance. There's definitely a chance.
I just don't think that because abstinence is not realistic for like
It's actually fake. It doesn't exist. It's not real.
I mean like I just don't think that should be the thing that's relied on. It's like if especially for like kids who do ask about sex for you to be like don't have it and that's it.
Hey mom, what's doggy style?
Don't have it.
It's when you walk your dog and you think about sex. Now go walk the dog and think about sex.
They're walking outside. I'm doing a doggy style.
Ew, y'all are fine.
Were you gonna say something, Judy? A weird face you were making? That was a yawn without opening your mouth.
I just feel like also people don't understand how bodies work. just at the end of the day,
What does this thing do?
Right, I mean,
like, I don't know. At the end of the day.
what do you mean? I mean, you made a comment about people don't understand how bodies work. I mean, and then you like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how bodies work either. Lord help me. I just don't know.
Where were you going with that?
He's uncomfortable. Huh?
No,
Come on.
not. I just don't know.
Yeah, I kind of.
It's like
I kind of want to talk about
guys don't like. Most men don't understand like what a vagina like is and like the like structure of the vagina, and that it's not just like one whole, like there's parts, and like, you know, some people who have vaginas don't even understand that too, because they'd be like, there's two holes, question mark.
What do you mean when you say two hoes? I'm trying to understand what you explain. I mean, I'm enlightened. Enlighten me, please. I'm
Like-
intrigued.
The vagina and then like your urethra.
Vagina 1 and
Okay,
vagina 2.
okay.
There's two vaginas.
But you just said the vagina and the urethra.
Not the vagina, but like the.
The hole. You talking about the hole down there, the whole
Listen,
situation.
see, my sex education is lacking. Because actually, no, it's not. This is on me. Because I can't remember. But like, I think I'm right actually. Like,
There's a vagina and there's a urethra or whatever.
urethra.
Yeah, but what does the man's penis have to do with the urethra?
Who was talking about a penis?
But we're talking
The
about.
man's penis goes into the urethra if she's into that.
Oh wait! Shut up!
She has to practice beforehand. It's not something that beginners should try. It's a very advanced technique.
Who said anything about a penis? That's
Okay.
my
And
question.
then he pees into her bladder.
Shut up! Shut up!
My bad. You go ahead and take it where you were going. I misunderstood the whole
I'm
situation.
saying, like, okay, let's get political for a moment. Political for a moment.
Donald Trump. What does he think about vagina?
Lawmakers trying to make laws on vaginas, but they don't even know what a vagina consists
A
of.
vagina.
Shut up. And like, most men don't know what a vagina consists of.
And you feel like most men should know this because of what? I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I mean, I want you to explain.
Because it's just like knowledge, like
Knowledge.
I think that beyond where men want to put their penis, they don't really care. I mean, that's just.
but it's something that should be known. You don't care about freaking the quadratic equation formula, but you still learn that because
I definitely don't know that.
okay, and you didn't retain it, but you still learned it.
That's question.
Y equals mx plus b, is that it?
No,
Or-
that's slope formula.
Dang it.
Quadratic formula is like long, so
Okay, well, then never mind.
I don't really. It's like, wait, is it long?
See, he don't even remember either.
No, I'm right. It's like the one that's like something, and then the thingy, and then the thingy, and
So-
then the thingy.
Back to vaginas. I do feel like men should care and take an interest and be educated in regards to vaginas.
I mean, but like, to what extent?
Okay,
Like,
I mean, to the extent of, you know,
I feel
Like,
like if you're a straight man, then you should know how to please your woman.
I mean, past the
if you're
point.
a straight man, is that what you just said? Well, why can't you be a bi man? If you're a man that have an interest in vagina in any type of way,
Don't
you should
try
know.
to conjure.
Why can't you be a gay man who just likes pleasuring vaginas as a hobby? Hello?
You're just so special.
Okay, you know what? Whatever. If you are someone who is going to have sex with someone who has a vagina, then you should No.
I mean, but like, past the point of knowing what you're doing sexually, like what does a man need to know about a vagina?
I mean, a man needs to know how to help keep a vagina healthy. Do you really want me to get into this?
I'm not.
Oh my god. Okay. You're not.
It's not like I'm like house sitting or nothing. Like, how much do I have to know? Like, I'm not.
Let me water the plant.
I'm gonna come over and feed the cat. Like, I'm not. Like, nah, I'm good. Like, you take care of that. No.
I just feel like if you gonna be talking,
You just need to
and
make sure
mommy
your
can-
penis is clean before you put it into a vagina.
why you keep talking
The
about
vagina
penis?
needs to make sure it's clean before it envelops my penis.
I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree
You know,
100%.
I'd be like, learn about the vagina. Mom be like, penis. Bubby be like, my penis. So can we please focus on the topic at hand?
Don't make it seem like I'm just always out here talking about my genitals. Even though we actually had like a long segment in one of the episodes.
The last 2 episodes you've
of me
managed.
talking about my genitals.
Okay, sorry, go ahead. What were you doing?
But also, okay, there was this video on Twitter that was going around of this like sex guru or something. She was this woman. She like it was like at this place convention I think or something, and she was talking about sex and stuff. And some of the stuff she was saying, I was like, oh, I ain't know that. And then some of the stuff that she was saying, there was like a bunch of people on Twitter like, oh, like we ain't know that.
What? But we. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And it's like,
Can you give me an example of something that you didn't know? Because maybe
Like-
you'll enlighten me.
I don't know, people were finding that like penetrative sex isn't like the most pleasurable always.
Okay.
Most of the time. And she was like, that's because it's just like, it's just there. Like that's not the best way. Because the way that
I feel like it depends on the woman, though.
the way that the vagina is set up, on the outside there's the clitoris, and then on the inside there's like the G spot, you know? And so, but the G spot is like up. It's like up. But a penis goes like down.
I mean, well, first that depends on the penis. That depends on the woman. That depends on the position.
You got
There
There.
are some hook penises.
Come on, brother. But also, like, I don't know. That's all just like a bundle of nerves that's connected. Like the cluster of nerves that is the G spot is connected to the clitoris.
Yeah,
right?
it's
so.
it's the inside version. But like people just ain't know that. And she was also talking about other stuff. But that's just, yeah.
Well,
I feel like like birth control and contraceptives, like those need to be taught more.
I'll be happy to teach you. We can sit down and discuss other stuff.
I mean, I already know.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
But I'm saying in
it should be
school.
taught, but not to me. Like,
Not by you.
No,
That's
it
what
was
you're
taught
saying.
to me because my school is like,
Yo, he values his school more than he values you.
He does,
That's crazy.
doesn't he?
shut up,
I've been hearing my school, my school, my school. I haven't heard my mom.
my mom. Anyway, whatever, you know what? Whatever, let's just talk about freaking the porn industry.
What were you saying about porn?
I don't know. I thought about kink shaming. That's what I was
What the
saying.
heck is that?
Kink
Kink
shaming?
Okay.
Yeah, it's shaming.
Wait, do you know what a kink is?
Yeah, do you know what a kink is?
No.
Like if someone's like, that's kinky.
Like
No.
it's just like a sexual thing that somebody's
My thing
into.
is, what is kinky anymore? What is defined as kinky?
I don't
To
know.
me, everything is pretty normal.
Like choking, like bondage.
Eating butt.
That's all pretty normal.
I guess that is for some people. That's
For
like.
some-
I mean, for some people, it's unconventional, but to me,
What about
it's
like ball gags?
There's like kinks.
You
like,
don't know what a ball gag is?
like a ball.
It's a ball.
Oh,
that
did you
you
put your mouth and do this?
Yeah, or like a gimp mask, or like latex
Okay,
shoes,
but also there's like
or like handcuffs.
there's like kinks like piss play. There's like
I
that.
mean, yeah, I've heard about that.
Scat. Bestiality.
Bestiality is not
crazy.
Foot worship.
I mean, yeah, foot worship is pretty normal.
like furries.
That's, yeah, I mean, but all of that stuff is so normal that like they do episodes of TV shows about like the furries and stuff. Like I think there was like a CSI episode of the furries. That's how I ended up learning about this type of thing. So to me, I don't see what is classified as kinky anymore. I mean,
Those are
in
just
the olden
kinks.
days, I mean, things like that would have been considered kinky.
I mean-
Nowadays, things like that is pretty normal.
I don't know. I don't think kinky has to be something that's like super obscure and super like.
It's just like something that's not vanilla.
Okay, I understand. That's better. Okay.
And so kink shaming,
It's like
it's like me looking down on you,
You know
because
what?
you like getting peed on.
I think, okay, so, this was a
She
long,
didn't
long
deny
time
it.
ago. I don't get peed on. That's crazy.
That's crazy. You're kink shaming right now. Got her.
no, that's crazy for her.
That's crazy for me. You know what? There was one time, this was before, was it before you? This was a long time ago.
So it was
I worked at a
before me.
place and I was talking to some girl and, you know, it was just girl talk, that one of my coworkers, and she was talking about, so we were talking about sex, and she was like, well, you know, you're not going to be into what I'm into. And I was intrigued. I'm like, well, what are you into? And she was like, anal sex. And I was like, oh, okay, you're right, I'm good. But that is such a normal thing now. I mean, you know, it's so normal now. So back then, that would have been considered kinky. But now, that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, times have changed.
Pegging.
I don't know what the names.
Pegging is I just.
I thought you were about to say I enjoy it, and I was going to have questions.
What is pegging?
Pegging, isn't it where like a guy basically
The
gets-
roles are reversed,
Yeah.
and the woman puts on a strap, and she starts
Oh, okay.
going ham.
Whatever floats your boat. I've never pegged. Been pegged. No.
So that's kinky.
Um,
What do you mean?
Talk about-
that's weird.
to talk about kink shaming, I feel like as long as you're like
You two consenting adults or three or
Yeah,
four
that's what I'm
consenting
saying.
Adults,
If
I mean,
you're-
it is what it is.
if you're
Swinging, cucking.
you just naming everything you know about like
This is the tip of the iceberg.
we're like kinks. You're like oh
That's something I can speak on.
pegging.
No, but somebody was saying something. I don't remember. Who was in the middle of a sentence when I brought up
me.
something weird?
I'm just saying that like as long as it's like consensual and like both or all sides are okay with it and
And
it's
it's
talked
safe.
about and it's safe, get your life, get your cookies.
Get your orgasm.
Snowballing.
What does that mean?
I really don't want to explain that one.
But you
No,
put it up
you have
there.
to now.
It's when the man ejaculates into the woman's mouth, and then
Oh.
she spits it into his mouth.
You know what?
What? You have a story about this?
No. That whole, it just not even cum, but just spitting in mouth, the whole spitting in each other's mouth is the most disgusting. Okay, yeah, I might be kink shaming, but to me,
Like
that
spitting in
is
somebody's
I
mouth?
don't want nobody spitting in my mouth and I ain't spitting in nobody's mouth.
But
Spitting to me is just disgusting.
You know it's
in
weird
general.
if you think about it.
When you kiss someone, you
Yeah.
swap spit.
That, what's it called, a loogie? Is that what it's called?
Nobody is looking into your mouth. Nobody's going to be like,
Yeah,
I mean, well, I don't understand. I mean,
Like
you're
not-
gathering spit and spitting it into
but that's not a
somebody's mouth.
loogie.
Okay.
Is like mucus.
Okay,
Yeah.
stop. That's nasty too. Well, just spitting in someone's mouth I'm just not down for
Like
that.
if someone licked you,
That's
It's
just,
the
And then you
equivalent.
licked it.
I'm not even trying to do all that. That's just, no, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah, so. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Snowballing?
I mean, no, like, before snowballing.
we were talking. You were wanting to say how like porn is a sad industry.
Oh, well, I don't know. We could save that for next time. Because we're probably running out of time here.
Okay.
I think we should just do an episode where you guys try to enlighten me on all the sexual terms that you know.
All of them?
Oh, I'm game, yes.
We're gonna be here. This won't be a series with this. We're gonna be here. Episode 1, episode 2.
I'm gonna take notes.
That's
Like,
gonna be a long
I'm gonna be
episode.
like, how do you do that?
Do you know what bukkake is?
No, I don't know what the word
Oh,
is.
man.
I know that because it was in a movie that I saw with
Like I
Dad.
said.
And it was really awkward in the theater. And I was sitting there like, I don't know what that means, but I don't want to bring it up because they're laughing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, I'm gonna let you take the floor.
Bukkake? Dude, do we even have to explain this? Does it? So, a group of men gather around usually one woman.
Is
they
it a
all-
train?
Huh? No.
Oh.
I mean, I guess that could
It's
be
like
a
the
part of
end,
it.
the finale.
That could
They
be
all
a part
come
of
on
it.
her?
Yes.
What were they doing before they got to the coming part?
See, I mean, it depends. It varies from situation to situation.
Were they all watching porn, they found a woman, and they decided to jack off on her?
It's not like we know.
Well, I mean, it's the vibe. He looks like he has some kind of idea over there.
It
It's
depends.
just like the act.
Okay.
Like just a bunch of dudes just laying waste. Like just like a bunch of overexcited farmers dropping seed all over this woman.
Ew.
That's pretty interesting. You know, I'm not trying to shame her.
Yeah, that is interesting. 'Cause
Yeah.
it really makes you think like, how's she feeling right now? Like what?
What?
And then how? Like
Slimy?
how did you get here?
Right,
Like,
but, you know, did she answer an ad?
like I mean, but like, how did your? I'm not gonna say your self-esteem get that low because you know.
But some people enjoy stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
like
even about
fun.
I mean, but like, they enjoy it if they were like
you're kink shaming.
molested.
You're kink. What?
What?
Not even molest shaming.
Wait, what does not? What does having like?
It's
Like
like
fun
like
consensual
90% of the women in the porn industry were molested, like
That
or
was
sexually abused.
That would not surprise me at all.
Bro, most
I mean,
women
that's-
have been molested or sexually abused.
That wouldn't surprise me at all either.
I wouldn't say most for just normal women. I don't know
What do you
statistics.
mean normal women?
Sexually harassed or sexually
Normal-
abused? Yeah.
I mean, when I say normal, I mean like not in porn. But I guess
Okay.
I guess those women are normal, and I don't know, whatever.
Like, every-
women,
like,
just women that are not
every
in the industry.
But to say most women get sexually abused, like what are we counting as abuse?
Not okay, maybe not like sexually abused, but like sexually harassed.
Well, you,
Harassment doesn't count in the aspect of, well, this is what led me into porn.
I mean, like a guy can make some like, you know, distasteful comments about your body and then, sexual harassment. But that's not going to be like, well, now I'm going to go sell myself on the street.
I know,
I
but
don't value myself anymore.
But porn stars, I don't think are just people who don't value themselves. Like,
I'm not saying that they don't value themselves. I'm saying that like, because of the trauma of what happened to them, usually they're just a little
They do very questionable things.
off when it comes to like sexuality. Like they're just like, it's not normal to have 3 men inside of 1 woman at once. Like that's not a normal woman.
unless like that's like what gets
Okay,
her off.
hold up. Let's just rephrase that. It's not normal to have 3 guys and 1 woman with a camera rolling. I think that, because he's trying to say that she might be into that, and that's cool. We're not kink shaming in that aspect, but with the camera rolling, yeah, that's a problem.
I mean, some people find it like liberating. Like, if you think that, like, I don't know, it's like, to me, it's like the same as it would be to, like, see your painting in a museum. You'd be like, oh, that's me. Not on that scale, but it's like, for some people, that's like what they love to do.
Just get naked and plow another human being for all eyes on the internet to see.
Yeah, you wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it. Is that a challenge?
Not all eyes, then. Oh, suddenly I can't see.
Nah, I wouldn't do porn.
Exactly.
Because I love myself. No.
But some people do porn because they love themselves.
I'm saying I just wouldn't do porn because it's like, I don't know, it's just not my bag.
Exactly. But for some people, that is their bag.
I wonder how many male porn stars got molested. Just, I don't know.
I mean, that is
Wondering,
an
I guess.
interesting thought. I mean,
I feel like for men, getting into porn is like a dream job in most
I
cases.
understand what you're saying.
Whereas with women, it's like sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see that. I think that because, like, I don't know, people think that men value sex more than women, but I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true either, but I don't know, it's just
Because, like, porn
the thought
stars, like,
that I have.
they, like, control what they want to do. So if, like,
Well, sometimes.
so if this girl doesn't want, like, 3 penises in her, then that's not the type of stuff
Yeah,
that she'll
you better
make.
not be drinking anything that the director hands you then. She might would be a little loopy, find it hard to fight off those 2 extra penises that you ain't getting paid for.
That's right.
Yeah, it's been an interesting episode.
Right now we went from education to
Penises. Any day now.
I feel like people who do porn because they do porn and they want to, or because they enjoy it. But anyway, try to have a conversation with your family, see if you can get on the same page.
if not on the same page, at least the same chapter.
And if not in the same chapter, go watch some porn. Leave in the comments, what's your favorite kind of porn?
Don't.
That'll be interesting. Yo, I'll actually read those comments.
Don't go watch some porn. Watch our videos.
Why not watch some porn?
Watch our videos because we need the
After you
views.
watch our video, you watch the porn. And then you can get back with us and tell us what kind of porn you like.